Okay, guys, let's get clear. Right here, right now, once and for all, about the differences between real, genuine, high-quality Mil-Spec Paracord and cheaper, less reliable, you don't know what you're getting commercial Paracord. I'm Kacey from Paracord550milspec.com, and I'm going to explain the big four, or the four things that even a regular, normal person can easily see to determine whether or not your paracord is real Mil-Spec paracord or cheap commercial paracord. Remember, we're talking about Type 3 paracord, which is the most people are referring to when they talk about paracord. Here's the problem in a nutshell. There is no single manufacturing standard for commercial paracord. Different manufacturers make commercial paracord differently. Some manufacturers make a decent product, some manufacturers make crap. When you buy commercial paracord, plain and simple, you just don't know what you're getting, okay? When you buy Mil-Spec paracord, you know exactly what you're getting. It's exactly the same stuff that military paratroopers as well as civilian parachutists have trusted their lives to for decades. I've studied the military specification C5040, which is now in revision H. It's 20 pages long and fairly boring. At least I thought that it was boring. It's technical and, of course, it's very, very, very specific. For sure, a regular, normal person would never know whether the requirements in the specification have been met or not. However, there are 4 requirements of the Mil-Spec that a regular, normal person can easily determine with a simple visual inspection. In the next 2 minutes, I'll explain the big 4, and you'll know what to look for. Number 1, count the number of inner strands inside your paracord. The Mil-Spec requires 7 or 8 or 9 inner strands. Commercial paracord commonly has 7 or 6 or even fewer inner strands. If your paracord has 6 or fewer inner strands, you definitely do not have Mil-Spec paracord. Number 2, count the number of inside strands. These are the strands that make up each one of the 7 or 8 or 9 inner strands that I just described. The easiest way that I found to do this is to separate the inside strands apart with a straight pin or a needle so you can see them better. The Mil-Spec requires exactly 3 inside strands. Commercial paracord very commonly has 2 inside strands. If your paracord does not have exactly 3 inner strands, you definitely do not have Mil-Spec paracord. Number 3, now look carefully again at the inner and the inside strands of your paracord. The Mil-Spec requires that all of the inner and inside strands be twisted. Commercial paracord often has the twisted strands, but sometimes it has the straight strands or even a combination of twisted and straight strands. If any of the inner or inside strands in your paracord are straight rather than twisted, you definitely do not have Mil-Spec paracord. Number 4, you need to look carefully again at the 7, 8, or 9 inner strands inside your paracord. This time, look for 1 or more colored inner strands. This colored inner strand is often called a color ID marker strand or simply a marker strand. The marker strand might be 1 single color, like red or green or yellow, or a combination of colors, like black and red, yellow and black, blue and black, or some other combination of colors. The Mil-Spec requires that all manufacturers of Mil-Spec paracord include their assigned uniquely colored manufacturer's identification marker strand inside all of the Mil-Spec paracord that they manufacture. Commercial paracord very commonly does not include a colored marker strand. However, and you have to watch out for this one, sometimes commercial paracord does have a colored marker strand. This is just a cheap trick or make it look like Mil-Spec paracord. If your paracord does not have a colored ID marker strand, you definitely do not have Mil-Spec paracord. Commercial paracord is not manufactured to any single standard, so you don't know what you're getting. Mil-Spec paracord is manufactured in accordance with the military specification C5040H, so you know exactly what you're going to get. Mil-Spec paracord is stronger and more reliable than commercial paracord. A normal, regular person can easily tell the difference between Mil-Spec and commercial paracord by remembering the big four. Here they are again. 7 or 8 or 9 inner strands. Each inner strand is made up of exactly 3 inside strands. All inner and inside strands are twisted together. At least one of the inner strands is colored ID marker strand. If your paracord passes the big four test, congratulations. You probably have real Mil-Spec type 3 paracord. If your paracord fails the big four test, you definitely do not have real Mil-Spec type 3 paracord. And now that you've learned how easy it is to tell the difference between the Mil-Spec and commercial paracord, you probably won't settle for anything less than real Mil-Spec paracord. I know that I won't. Click the link below this video and go to Paracord 550 Mil-Spec on Amazon for the absolute best price, best place to buy genuine Mil-Spec Type 3 paracord, guaranteed. Was that good enough to use? Or do we have to do it all over again? That paracord sounds pretty cool. I need to get some of that. Okay guys, let's get clear. Right here, right now, once and for all, about the difference. Okay. When you buy Mil-Spec paracord, you know exactly what you're getting. It's exactly the same stuff that military paratroopers, as well as civilian parachutists. Okay, parachutists. Where was I? However, there are 4 requirements of the Mil-Spec that a regular, normal person can easily determine with a simple visualization inspection. Okay. Commercial paracord. Shush. Filming. However, and you have to watch out for this one, sometimes, however, commercial paracord very commonly does not include a colored marker strand. However, all inner and shoot. If your paracord presses, was that good enough to use? Or do we have to do it all over again? That paracord sounds pretty cool. I need to get some of that. And now that you've learned how easy it is to tell the difference between the Mil-Spec and commercial paracord, you probably won't settle for anything less than real Mil-Spec paracord. I know that I won't. Click the link below this video and go to Paracord 550 Mil-Spec on Amazon for the absolute best price, best place to buy genuine Mil-Spec Type 3 paracord, guaranteed.